Today we are going to talk to you about online shaming. Online shaming is a type of public discrediting in which normal people, celebrities, and companies and brands are publicly shamed over the web through social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, or through local media like WhatsApp and email groups. Sometimes online shaming goes too far. For example, doxing, in which when a person finds out personal data and releases it over the internet, the person or company can get hounded or even death threats. This happened to J.K. Rowling when she made comments about the trans community, and many people weren't happy about what she had said. Online shaming has many different forms, including giving the people a bad review, putting revenge porn on the internet, calling out people or companies over the web, and cancellation. In this documentary, we're going to talk to you about online shaming and specifically cancel culture. So, what is cancel culture? Cancel culture is the newest form of mass exclusion. It is a controversial social trend where a person or celebrity, even a company, can be banished from influencing in person, in a professional company, or in social media. In person, celebrity or company that are called out online over something they said or did, their actions are seen objectionable and controversial, and they are ejected from influencing and labeled cancelled. While this trend to be cancelled is mostly negative and a form of mass bullying, the fact is, and it satisfies free speech and censorship, has been debated worldwide. It has become a fine line between activism and getting justice to bullying and online shaming. There are some positives to be found, like when Harvey Weinstein and R. Kelly were accused by many women of sexual abuse. This is a call out and it triggered the Me Too movement, which has allowed for many women and men to be able to stand up to people who has abused their power by being sexually inappropriate towards them. Celebrities, males, especially females, are perhaps the biggest targets for online shaming. People, including adults, don't stop mocking these famous people. They taunt their family members, as we witnessed after Beyonce and her 4-year-old daughter, Blue Ivy, walked the red carpet at the 2016 MTV Music Video Awards. Twitter users trashed the child's looks. In 2020, Ellen DeGeneres was cancelled on social media for having a toxic workplace, which contrasted with her public image and her catchphrase, be kind. Her employees came forward and said all the gifts and the generosity is only for the show and for the cameras. There were allegations about sexual abuse and harassment from senior producers and of staff being subjected to racist comments. This led to an investigation from Warner Media, which ended up with 3 producers getting sacked. After former workers came forward with their workplace confessions, Ellen took a break from the show for a while, but when she returned, Ellen opened the show with an apology and owned up to the role of the toxic workplace. But this took her ratings down and she struggled to find A-list celebrity and is due to finish in 2022. A decade ago, with 3 Oscar nominations under his belt, Johnny Depp was Hollywood's best paid actor. On the 27th of April 2018, the Sun newspaper called out Depp by publishing a piece called Gone Potty. How can J.K. Rowling be genuinely happy casting a wife beater, Johnny Depp, in the new Fantastic Beasts film? The article spoke about whether he should have been cast in the Harry Potter spin off Fantastic Beasts after a string of alleged domestic abuse involving his ex-wife Amber Heard. Among the allegations, there were reports that Depp misused alcohol and drugs and was physically violent towards his wife. Depp disputed these claims and he has not been charged with any criminal offences but was torn to shreds in the media, which has brought negative press to his career and past films. This cancellation has led Depp being dropped from Fantastic Beasts franchise. It is now unlikely that family-friendly corporations such as Disney will hire him again. So when does online shaming and cancel culture go too far? Caroline Flack was a UK radio and TV presenter. She presented Love Island and The X Factor. She won the 12th series of Strictly Come Dancing. For many years, Caroline had endured online bullying and shaming by the press and by the public, and through social media. The press that had happily built her up as a star was also delighted in taking her down, cackling about Caroline Wack. On the back of these headlines, army of online vigilantes were equally happy to harass someone whom they knew little, often acting as a judge or jury, while dispensing the presumption of innocence. Caroline left Love Island in December 2019 after being accused of assaulting her boyfriend. This led to months of uncertainty and online abuse for Caroline, who then took her own life on the 15th of February 2020 at home in London. As a teenager, Lady Gaga had a Facebook page dedicated to bullying her. In 2012, she funded the Born This Way Foundation. Gaga discussed the importance of not only helping the victims but also reaching out to the bullies. She reminded people that both the victim and the bully are on the same playing field. Both are going through a tremendous amount of mental trauma and need help. Lady Gaga is committed to supporting the wellness of young people and empowering them to create a kinder world. We hope you have enjoyed our documentary about online shaming and cancel culture. And just remember to be kind.